As I told you at the start of the show, no matter how affiliated I am with the world of sports, I don't stop there. Not when it comes to expressing the kind of things that I want to express, to addressing the kind of things that I want to address. And when I
Well, I think you should stop there because you was the best at it. Because you was the best at it when it came to sports. What you doing now? You got us all confused. We don't know if you Democrat. We don't know if you Republican. We don't know what you are. In the sport world, we know exactly who you are. You Stephen A. Smith. But in this world, man, you got me confused, bruh.
say, what I mean by when I say I want, it doesn't mean that I'm always taking enjoyment in showing things or speaking on things. It means that it's necessary and it's unavoidable. And it's something that we have to make sure that we touch on.
What he think he giving a Martin Luther MLK speech or something like that, man? Why he's all emotional? Why he's so silent? He taking deep breaths and just talk. Just be you. Just be you, Stephen A. Smith. You don't need to put on this whole big act. You're so emotional, like you never saw a video of somebody getting beat down. Come on, Stephen.
Circulating throughout social media. This video, it's newly released. Unveiled Friday by the state attorney general's office in the state of New York. It is a horrifying video footage showing a fatal prison beating of a handcuffed black man by New York correctional officers. Reading from the Instagram post, it says, in a horrifying display of brutality, newly released footage captures the fatal prison beating of a Mr. Robert Brooks at New York's Marcy Correctional Facility. Shockingly, several officers were executing the attack.
7 officers? Why would a man need 7 officers trying to calm him down? It had to be a need for the 7 officers. We could sit here and point our fingers at the correctional officers, but we don't know what happened. We don't know. Did he throw stool at them? Did he throw urine at them? What did he do? We all know what he in there for, stabbing his girlfriend, which already depletes his character. But what did he do at the initial to get 7 officers on him? 7 officers on him. Let's see what Stephen A. Smith got to say about this.
The video shows correctional officers relentlessly assaulting the 43-year-old man as he sits handcuffed, helpless to defend himself. Officers are seen, and I saw the video, and you'll see some of the images right here. You can see officers are seen punching Brooks repeatedly, one striking him with the
Whoa. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? What was that? What was that? Was that a karate kick? Did y'all see that karate kick? And his foot, I know at the job you probably complain about his arthritis. He probably one of those correctional officers that complain about his arthritis. Oh, my arthritis not doing good today. I'm gonna have to leave the shift early. But ain't nothing wrong with his arthritis right here in this video. His arthritis is doing pretty well. He's doing pretty good. What he got? He got a handicap stamp on his car. Oh, now we gotta take that from him. Now he doing karate kicks at work. Yeah, yeah, he ain't handicapped.
Shoe. A couple even lifting him by the neck only to drop him back onto a medical examination table. They just kept beating him and beating him. Ladies and gentlemen, this was worse than Rodney King. Remember Rodney King in the early 90s in LA? And remember when the riots ensued because the police officers got off after being caught on video beating the living hell out of him with batons and kicking him and all of this stuff?
Okay, I could agree with him on this because Rodney King, he got beat down, but he survived his beat down. This man, he unfortunately passed away. But you can't escape from the fact that we do need more information before we jump to any conclusion. We need more info. That's how grown adults operate. They gather the information, process the information, and then they try to, solve the problem.
Why was this worse than that? Because Rodney King lived. Mr. Robert Brooks is dead. Statement from the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, says this senseless killing is outrageous and horrifying. 13 correctional officers and a nurse implicated in the incident are facing termination. What the hell do you mean termination? Why aren't they arrested now? It's on video. You know who it is. You want?
Oh, here we go. He gonna get the crowd riled up. He gonna get the crowd riled up. This is how he act when somebody make a 3-point play. Ain't nobody making no 3-point play. It's Stephen A. Smith. Calm your horses, relax. Relax, just process this. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't start yelling at the TV screen and getting other people riled up to yell at the TV screen too. Everybody stop yelling.
Articulated as 13 of them and a nurse. At the very least, where's the arrest of the officers we saw choking him, lifting him up by the neck, kicking him, hitting him with the shoe, punching him in his midsection and beyond, kicking him in the groin? Where are the arrests? Excuse my language. The fuck do you mean termination? Where's the arrest? Why are they not in cuffs? Why is there not a perp walk with them walking in to a courthouse, lawyered up, in front of a judge?
Why do his face look like that every time he stops a sentence? Every period of every sentence he makes, he does this goofy, camel face looking look. What is that? What is that? The camel face? What is that? Stephen A. Smith. Practice on your facial expressions when you go act out these rants on national TV, Just practice that.
Having to give a plea of guilty or not guilty. Why has that not happened yet? Why not? Maybe because it's not Monday. Monday now. It's Monday now. Why have they not been arrested? Give a damn about a termination. Bump a termination. Who cares? They need to be arrested now. There needs to be a perp walk now. We need their faces. We need to know their names. We need to show the world who they are. They're murderers.
Yeah, that Karate Kick is kind of crazy. That Karate Kick is kind of crazy. I halfway agree with Stephen A. I I agree in a sense where this is the evidence right here. But just because there's video, that don't mean that all the evidence is in the video. We have to get all the information. What happened prior? What happened prior to this individual and these 7 correctional police officers? For them to get 7 on one man, something had to happen. Maybe he's a repeat violent offender in the prison. You know, how many times he got written up? You know? At the end of the day, a correctional officer is still a man. He's still a man. If somebody throw urine, stool, we don't know what happened. What would you do? Oh, you naughty little prisoner. You threw stool in my eye. Oh, okay, I'll just go to the bathroom, clean it up. I want you to get into your cell and think about what you did. No! You'll probably go crazy too. You'll probably go wild too.
Murderers. The video's right there. So we can have, I'm going to go here because I don't disagree with what happened to P. Diddy. After the video in the hotel of him hitting and kicking his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, we also saw raids on his house by Homeland Security. We've seen charges that have come down the pike. We'll find out whether he's guilty or not guilty, but we know that his reputation has been irreparably damaged.
And this is how they turn against you. 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 Now, this man who probably partied with P. Diddy many times, went out to dinner with P. Diddy, who knows? P. Diddy was his quote-unquote friend at one point. I don't know. Was he? Not every celebrity is a friend. But if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn they knew each other. I could have sworn he said he hung out with P. Diddy. But now, he turned against him. For good reason.
We saw him get arrested. We knew he was turning himself in. Y'all still made sure it was a perp walk. We saw him get arrested. We saw him thrown in jail. He got to await trial in the spring. No problem there with the accusations that have been leveled against him, with the charges that the case that the government thinks they have against him. Cool, no problem.
Whoa. You can't compare the beating of a woman in the hallway on video and her testifying. She has a statement of what happened. She's willing to press charges. She's willing to go ahead. She's her own witness in this beating. You can't compare that to correctional officers beating a criminal in jail. No comparison. None.
This ain't no civil case. That's a criminal case. I got it. Well, what the hell is this? Ladies and gentlemen, this is worse than what happened to George Floyd. That's right, I said it. And don't get me wrong, because there's no way in hell that should have happened. Derek Chauvin is a murderer. Those cops that sat back and did nothing were complicit, and all their asses should be in jail.
You know they gonna get you, huh? You Stephen A. Smith, you know they gonna come after you, huh? You said that the George Floyd beating / death was worse than this. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with you, but I'm just saying they're gonna come after you for that one. You know how the blackity blacks are. They're gonna turn against you for that one. I put my money on it. They're gonna get you. Good luck, Stephen. Good luck, Stephen. Good luck.
Paid for, and I get it. Suffocating, calling for your mama, gasping for air. That's cruelty. I got it. But Robert Brooks was beaten to death while handcuffed. He wasn't just killed, he was tortured on camera. It was caught on video. Where are the arrests? I want names. I want faces. That the governor of New York is going to come out and says 13 correctional officers. I want to know all 13. I want their names. I want their faces. I want them on camera. Every one of them. Every one of them. Damn it, the nurse too.
Oh, whoa, Stephen, you take it easy now. You remember COVID? Remember them nurses saved you during COVID? Now, don't we talking about and the nurse too? You remember you was gasping for air, like, yo, nurse, I need oxygen. Y'all remember? Y'all remember all intubated? You got trachs on your neck. The nurse, I need the nurse. Y'all called the nurse more than y'all call your mama. Now all of a sudden, and the nurse.
I didn't see a nurse hitting this man, but I didn't see a nurse hitting this man, but I didn't see a nurse hitting this man. But if you're going to say that the nurse is implicated too, show the nurse as well. All of them. All of them. It says here, equally chilling is the revelation that body cameras worn by the police officers, or by the correctional officers, were not activated, leaving the public with only silent, blood-chilling visuals of Brooks being stripped and left motionless on his back. Letitia James was a very conspicuous figure when it came to Donald Trump's case. This is what we want to see a DA prosecuting. I'm not sitting up there and getting into the whole Trump.
Oh gosh, anybody but Letitia James. Oh Lord, not her again. Not her again. She makes speeches as if she's like the president of the United States of America. Y'all ever see any of her speeches? She thinks she is like everything in a bag of old stale chips. She thinks she everything in a bag of chips. Now, anybody but her, please do not bring Letitia James into this. Let her stay in her office. Let her continue eating those donuts and those little happy little pies that they get from the Girl Scouts. Let her keep eating that. She got a whole bunch of them underneath her table. Y'all think those files? Those not files. That's Letitia James snacks.
Thing, guilt, innocence, or whatever. I'm just saying, when you talk about menaces to society and a DA that goes after them and makes sure that folks are punished, this kind of stuff we want to see.
There's such a menace to society. For the last 20, 30 years, these guys probably been on the job. They've been putting up with those criminals. Putting up with those criminals while y'all happily go to work. You don't got to worry about nobody hitting you upside your head or carjacking you or murdering you in some alleyway. It was these guys that was holding them down in those jails, in those prisons. But now, now they're such a menace to society.
Visual who put their hands on Robert Brooks is guilty of murder. You want to determine first degree, second degree? Fine. It's one of them. He's dead. You want to sit up there and talk about manslaughter, whatever. I never understand why I got to be manslaughter instead of murder or whatever, but figure it out. The point is, anybody that put their hands on him is guilty of murder. And anybody who stood by and watched and did nothing is complicit.
Wait a minute. Stephen A. Smith is still... wait, when did he become a judge? When did he become a lawyer? A criminal judge? When did he ever get a job in the criminal justice system? Besides being a janitor, probably back in the day. When did he ever get a job? When? He just summed up everything in a nutshell and then said they're guilty. He said if you saw a hand and if they're guilty. What? Oh, wow. Wow. I tell you, man. Anybody could just get a podcast.
Directly guilty of murder. But you're complicit. I want names, I want faces. All 13 and the nurse. All of them. Having said all of that, there is a way for times to get better. There is a way to potentially, at least, derail some of this.
He been watching too much nightly news. He been watching too much Tom Brokaw. He been watching too much nightly news. Look at this. Look at even his background. Look at the mic. Look at the whole stop. He thinks this is the nightly news. He think his show is NBC or 60 Minutes. I understand we trying to fade out the legacy media because all they do is tell lies. I get it. But come on, man. Come on. Sometimes you just got to stay in your lane. You good with the sports. I don't know about this, Steven.
And to bring a heavy hand down upon those who transgress in such a fashion and those who are complicit.
What? Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, man. He confused me with that whole sentence right there. But anyway, this was my reaction for Stephen A. Smith with the murder of Robert Brooks. Hopefully they figure out the details and let that young man get justice. That's all I got to say about it. Maybe it'll be another video in the future. But we definitely not going to react to Stephen A. Smith again about this topic. Thanks for watching. No Joker.